Good morning, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Monday morning, June 29th. We're looking at the last 3 days of the SPY ETF's market profile here on Window Trader. And we have a lot to talk about. So first off, we're one time framing down for 3 days. However, 2 out of those 3 days have been a B shape for long liquidation. Yes, we've had a trend day on Wednesday and on Friday. However, both days ended trading sideways with wider pox and a B shape, more for long liquidation than for real long-term selling. Second, we had an inside week, which is going to be incredibly important. I also said, though, on Friday's video, just because we closed towards the bottom of the inside week does not necessarily mean you're going to automatically come out of it to the downside. If you do, however, whichever side we come out, we go with that trade and monitor it for continuation and, just as importantly, lack of. We had a price probe on Friday, right? We made a new low in M period. Right now, with just over an hour to go prior to the opening, that is being firmly rejected as we're trading towards the afternoon rally high from Friday and the single prints. Tomorrow, we have the end of the month, the end of the quarter, the end of the world. There's a lot going on tomorrow. Right now, the SPY is up just about, 15% for this quarter. So, considering the disaster we had in the first quarter, to come back like we did here in the second quarter is pretty impressive. We'll see how they decide to close this market by tomorrow evening. Just as importantly, Powell, once again, tomorrow is speaking on the last day of the quarter. So a lot going on. So destinations for this morning. So for the upside, right, the first one was going to be L's low. That's the base of the price probe at 299.66. So obviously, right now, almost $2.50 above that. So it's being rejected as of now. Then we have the afternoon rally high from Friday, 302.58. Pre-market high right now, 302.70, right? No coincidences. I don't believe in them. So right around the afternoon rally high. Above that, we have the trend day. The single print start at 303.11 and get filled at 304.52. And then Friday's high of 306.39. For the downside, my first destination right now is my pre-market low of 300.30. Then Friday's low of 299.42. And then 296.74, weekly low. And then filling the gap at 295.63 and a 111-point gap for May 26. Now, remember, Friday's low of 299.42 is your weekly low. So that would be coming out of the inside week if we're able to take it out. So what is the game plan for this morning? Well, right now, with just over an hour to go, we're looking to open at a very visual spot, which was the afternoon rally high. Now, keep in mind, I've said this numerous times, but it's important. Any trades this morning, in balance, in value, are not the best risk reward, right? Friday's afternoon rally high was a beautiful short play. It was my best play of the day by far. Even though it's a very visual point this morning, the context this morning is different, right? So yes, it is something to look at, something to lean on, but as opposed to the market being down, very good on Friday with the indices, with the value being overlapping to lower, now we're looking at unchanged value, unchanged balance, and indices that look to be open and higher. So it's all context. Does that mean you can't take a trade against here? Of course not. You can, but you have to put it in the context of what the market is telling us. So, to that end, if we are to open around the afternoon rally high, you can certainly take a put play. Okay? Then it depends on your level of heat, right? The afternoon rally high was 302.58. Do you want out above F or E's high? You can do that, and then you can re-enter again around the single prints. Or you can start small here, and you could add on into and including all the single prints. Depends on the heat you want to take. If, however, at some point this gets accepted above and the single prints get filled and we start one-time framing up, well, then that short play is certainly over. If you hold the afternoon rally high or you hold the single prints, then obviously good odds to trade down, at least get to POC, and then see if we get to M's range. Remember, M's range is always so much more important the following day, right? They're above it now. If you get accepted into M's range from Friday, there's a very good chance you'll trade that range. But right now, you're not. So that's a put play for this morning. Again, not the best risk reward. It's also just about an hour to go before the opening. If you're in CamelbackTrading.org's trading room, you'll be getting up to the date trade ideas as the market's opening and as it unfolds. Now, for a call play, right here I don't have one. If we are to trade down and hold M's range above it, you could possibly take a call play to see if we go back up to POC and or the afternoon rally high. Once you're accepted into M's range, I'm out of that trade because, like I just said, the odds get very good for them to test the entire range. In the next hour, if we open above the afternoon rally high into the single print, still don't want to take a call play, but I'm going to be a lot more interested if B period starts and we start one-time framing up and we have only some single prints left. Then I would look to take a call play to fill those if we're one-time framing up. Again, just early ideas prior to the opening. Now, let's go to the charts. Monthly, 2 days to go in a month, right? Right now, we're trading at 302.34. They're one-time framing up 2 months. It's still pretty healthy. They would certainly like to take back a bunch of what they lost over this past month, but it's still healthy. I mean, a little goal would be to close tomorrow above 306.84, above May's high. Is it imperative? No, but it would be nice. You know, the ultimate destination to start would be to close above 313.84, but I'm not holding out much hope on that as of now. Weekly, this is the big one right now. We are balanced. You can call it balanced to down because we've basically one-time framing down 2 weeks, but we did have an inside week. Now, remember, 302.50, which somebody pointed out in my room, is a critical level. Our afternoon rally high was 302.58 Friday. We're trading at 302.23. Why is that number so important to me? Because of this balance right here, right? 287 level is huge, then the 302.50 level is huge, right? We got up to it 1, 2, 3 times before we finally exploded to our all-time highs. Well, we got below it in the carnage in February, right? And it's taken all this time to come back, and now we've been battling right around it for the past 5 weeks. You think it's a visual level? Without a doubt it is. So if the bulls cannot claim and get accepted above 302.50, nothing's changed, and you're going to trade inside this range. So that is a very, very important level for me this morning and going forward. Just like 287 has been, 302.50, and I'm rounding it out. I think 302.60 was the high there, but that's just a very, very important level to keep an eye on. Inside week, daily, one-time framing down 3 days. So obviously the first step is to stop that. To stop that, we have to take out Friday's high. Can they do it? Well, it remains to be seen. Next, before they even do that, we got to get accepted over the 200-day moving average, which is, I'm going to put it around 302. Right? We closed under it on Friday. So baby steps for the bulls. We get above the 200. Second baby step is to take out Friday's high, which would stop the one-time framing down and at least initially get you over, obviously, the 302.50 level. For the bears, you want to defend the 302.50 level. You want to defend the 200-day moving average, take out Friday's low, come out of an inside week to the downside. If you do that, you're certainly going to go and test the 50. And if that doesn't hold, well, then they have everything in their hands to push this down and get to that huge gap below. Should be interesting 2 days before we probably taper off before the holiday weekend. Good luck trading today. Come check us out at CamelbackTrading.org, and we'll recap at 4 p.m.